Hi, all you YouTube viewers out there. This is Speedy Talk 2.0, where we talk everything racing and everything NASCAR racing. Don't forget to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Um, Here's a little recap from the last couple of weeks. Um, but also, we have some cool things happening on the channel in the near future. The very near future, that is. But anyways, here's a recap from the last couple weeks. 2 weeks ago, we had the Chicago Street Course race. That was won by Alex Bowman. That was an interesting race. Um, Rain played a factor in that race. I thought it was crazy interesting, especially with the weather changes. We went from dry to wet to moist to wet again, and then that race was awesome. Um, I think that was a good race, but hopefully next year when they go back to Chicago, it will be nice and dry and no rain in the forecast because that's 2 years now. Rain has thrown a winch in to that race, and then last week's race was interesting. Actually, that was very interesting. We had a lot of restarts. There was a lot of wrecks, but a lot of restarts. There was like 11 cautions, I think, at one time at Pocono last week. Maybe even more in that one stage. Um, but Ryan Blaney ended up on top, finishing on top, and winning the race at Pocono. That was a awesome race. Tire management definitely played a key factor, and fuel mileage, and fast pit stop, and track position also played a huge key factor in that race. Um, Next off, we have Indianapolis, the Brickyard 400, the crown jewel. NASCAR is back on the oval. I think it's awesome that NASCAR is finally going back on the oval here at Indianapolis. Considering the last couple years we were on the road course, but yeah, um, I think it's important that when you have a crown jewel tradition, that you stick with that crown jewel tradition, and I think it's very important that we have um, this race on the oval. It's the Breakout 400. It's the crown jewel race. This track has a lot of history to it, and also the oval race, the Breakout 400. It also connects with the older generation of race fans. So that's a unique thing. It connects to that older generation of race fans, uh, and it was pretty awesome. It was a nice race. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty awesome that they're doing this again. The Brickyard 400. It's been a while since we had the Brickyard 400. It's a crown jewel race. It's gonna be an awesome race, I think, folks. It's gonna be a unique race, and this race connects the old generation with the new generation. I think uh, there's gonna be a lot of guys that a lot of drivers that we're gonna keep an eye out. I think Chase Briscoe. The last time he won the Bowl, Chase Briscoe won that race. I think, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, Chase Elliott would have a good chance at winning this race because he had speed last week at Pocono, and uh, sometimes the car setups at Pocono and Indianapolis are pretty much similar. Brad Kozlowski, he's another guy. He's actually won the Brickyard 400 before. Uh, I think he has a great shot at uh, also doing good and possibly competing for top three position. And another guy who we should take a look at, who also I think won it before, Martin Truex Jr. He's a guy that I think would do really good at this track. Also, I think Kyle Busch would do good at this track too. And don't forget Joey Logano. He's had success here in the past. Also, Ryan Blaney, he's coming off momentum from last week's race. I think he would be another good driver to keep an eye out for. Uh, Kyle Larson, he's another driver that will see. I think we should keep an eye out on him, considering the fact that he ran the oval, but in a different type of car. Last May, he was in the Indy 500 race, so I think that skill will also help him with this Brickyard 400. Um, Also, Michael McDowell, I think he's another guy. He would be my dark horse actually for this weekend's race. Um, Josh Berry, he's another guy I think will have success here. Um, and yeah, I think those are pretty much. Oh, Denny Hamlin, he's another guy we should look out for. Um, I think he'll have. I think he'll be competitive this weekend, and I also think guys like um, Ryan Priest and Josh Berry and guys like Noah Gragson. I think they would be competitive this weekend. I think it's gonna be like a chess game, very intense game of chess. Basically, it's gonna seem like, or even more wilder. I think it's gonna be an action-packed race. I think we'll see a lot of uh, lead changes. I think pit strategy would be huge. Track position would be another huge factor in who wins this race. And field mileage will also be a huge factor in who does good in this race. So yeah, hit the key factors are fuel mileage, tire management, track position, and pit stops. Fastest pit stops. You're gonna want fast pit teams, and I think, yeah, you're gonna want fast pit teams, fast pit stops, and fuel mileage, and tire management, and track position. Those are the key factors uh, that will play a huge part of this race. Tune in later for another edition of Speedy Talk 2.0, where we talk everything racing and everything NASCAR racing. I say tune in a little while for a very special edition of Speed Talk 2.0, where we talk everything racing and everything NASCAR racing, and we will have a special guest in our next edition of Speedy Talk 2.0, where we talk everything racing and everything NASCAR racing. Thanks for watching, folks. Peace.